Hello everyone. When you first come to the United States, you will do a health screening. The health screening is part of the immigration process to make sure you and your family are safe and healthy. In this video, you will watch an example of the health screening so you know what to expect. There are two parts of the health screening. It might take you days or weeks to complete both parts. First, you will go to the lab. When you go to the lab, bring your health insurance card. At the lab, you will give a blood sample and a urine sample. You will only give a small amount of blood, the smallest amount needed to check for infections. You will visit your doctor in the clinic after you go to the lab. This way, when you go to the clinic, your doctor can see your lab results. Your resettlement agency will schedule the lab appointment. For the second part of the health screening, you will visit your doctor in the clinic. Your family, up to 6 people, can go to the clinic together. Bring your International Organization for Migration papers, or IOM papers. These papers are in your white and blue bag. You will be at the clinic for a long time. Eat food before you go to the clinic. Bring food and toys for your children. Each person in your family will visit the doctor for about 45 minutes. For example, if you have 5 people in your family, you will be at the clinic for about 4 hours. Your resettlement agency will schedule your visit with the doctor. Usually they will drive with you and your family to the clinic for your visit. When you arrive at the clinic, you will check in at the reception desk. Your caseworker will help you. The receptionist will ask you for your name, your contact information, and the reason you are at the clinic. You must show the receptionist your health insurance card every time you go to the clinic. The receptionist might ask you for an emergency contact, a person they can call in an emergency. Think of a person you trust. You will need to tell the receptionist the name, phone number, and address of your emergency contact. After you check in, you will sit in the waiting area with your family and caseworker. A nurse or medical assistant will call your name when it's your family's turn to visit the doctor. Before you go into the exam room, the nurse or medical assistant will measure weight and height for every person in your family. Next, the nurse or medical assistant will check every person's vision and hearing. After this, you and your family will go to the exam room. Your caseworker can join you if you want them to. When you enter the exam room, the nurse or medical assistant will check vital signs for every person in your family. Vital signs are blood pressure, pulse, temperature, and oxygenation, the amount of oxygen your body receives. The nurse or medical assistant will then leave the room to tell the doctor you and your family are ready for your visit. The doctor will knock on the door, then will enter the room with an interpreter. Sometimes you might have to ask for an interpreter. You have the right to have an interpreter for all medical services. The doctor will explain the process of the visit. First, the doctor will ask each person in the family many health questions. Some questions will be very personal. For example, the doctor will ask questions about sexual and mental health. You can ask to go to a private room to answer these questions and have your physical exam. Children who are 11 to 17 years old will go to a private room for their visits with the doctor. After their visits, the children will come back to be with the family. After talking with each person about their health, the doctor will do a physical exam for each person. The nurse or medical assistant will give each person a gown to wear during their physical exam. You can put the gown on immediately, or you can wait and put it on before the doctor examines you. During the physical exam, the doctor will check your full body to make sure you are healthy. First, the doctor will listen to your heart and lungs, and then look in your mouth and ears. You will need to lie down so the doctor can examine your stomach carefully. After the physical exam, the doctor will leave the room. The nurse will return to the room and give required shots or immunizations. After the immunizations, the doctor will return and give follow-up orders for x-rays, blood work, medication prescriptions, or referrals to a specialty doctor. You will receive a medication prescription if you have a health condition and the doctor thinks a specific medication will help you. You might need an x-ray if a part of your body causes you problems, and the doctor must look inside your body to find the problem. If you need blood work, you will go to the lab to give a blood sample. It will be similar to your first lab appointment before you came to visit the clinic for your doctor visit. At the lab, they will take a small amount of your blood to test. They will send the results to your doctor in the clinic. If the doctor gives you a referral for a specialty doctor, the clinic will schedule the appointment. The clinic will tell the appointment date to your caseworker or resettlement agency. The doctor will bring your shot or immunization records, a very thick packet of paper, along with your IOM paperwork. Keep your shot and medical records. You need these records to apply for your green card. The doctor will also bring the after-visit summary, or AVS. This will serve as proof that you have completed the Refugee Health Assessment and give you direction for next steps for your health care here. Last, you and your family members will schedule follow-up clinic visits. You and every person in your family will choose a primary doctor. You can choose the doctor you visited for your health screening, or you can choose a doctor closer to your home. Primary doctors help every person in your family stay healthy. You will visit your primary doctor regularly. In some communities, new refugees must return to the clinic for a second doctor visit to complete the initial medical screening. Your caseworker or doctor will tell you if you need a second visit. Before you leave the clinic room, the doctor will remind you if you need to go to the lab and tell you the dates of your future clinic visits. The doctor might also tell you about other services at the clinic. When every person in your family is finished with the personal health questions, physical exam, shots, and follow-up orders, your caseworker will schedule a ride home for you and your family. Remember, you can always ask for an interpreter. You have the right to have an interpreter for all medical services.